Hello class 12th. I am here again with another topic from the writing section of your syllabus. This time the topic is debate writing. This topic is of 10 marks in your examination and it is highly important for you all. Let's discuss how to write a debate in your answer sheets. First of all, what is a debate? Debate is a formal discussion on a particular matter in a public meeting or in legislative assembly in which opposing arguments are put forward and which usually ends with a vote. Okay, means the person has to come to the conclusion with his views either in the favor or in the against, okay, or against, that is ends with the vote. So it's a formal discussion actually, and it may be held in public meetings, or oftenly you see the debates in the legislative assemblies also, where opposing arguments are put forward. Example may be online classes are the future of education system. So you may be asked to put forward your views either in the favor of the motion or against this topic. Okay, you may have views in either in favor or the against. So whatever you think, you may put forward, right? Now I am going to discuss certain tips to attempt a question on debate writing. The first and the foremost step is to choose the side. Okay, as I was telling you that you may have your views either in the favor or against the motion. So the first and the foremost step is to choose the side, whether you want to write for or against the motion. Always try to select the side you personally want to support and have more material information to write on. Okay, if you think you have more material information in the favor, then you should write in the favor, and if you think that you can write against the motion, then you should choose the against side. It is preferable to make a choice during the reading time. When you read the question, you have to understand and choose the appropriate side of the topic. An ideal debate must consist of 4 paragraphs. Please keep it in your mind that you have to write the debate in paragraphs, and it should necessarily consist of 4 paragraphs, namely introduction or salutations, means the beginning where you expose the topic to the audience, then the problem, whatever the problem you are talking about, then the solutions, you have to provide the solutions either in favor or against, and then you have to conclude it. And most oftenly students, they forget to conclude the topic. So conclusion is most important. Now let us discuss each of them in detail. Introduction. This includes salutations. You know, salutation in the beginning when you address. Salutations in the topic, including for or against the motion. For example, good morning everyone, esteemed judges, honorable guests, respected teachers, and my fellow students. I, inside the brackets you can write your name as given in the question paper, or else, or XYZ. I feel honored to have been given the opportunity to speak for the topic, to speak in the favor or against the motion, and then you have to write the name of the topic. Second is body. means the problem part, main body. This is the main paragraph or the body of your answer. Always begin with the meaning of the topic or explanation of the topic in not more than a line. Okay? Don't waste time. Don't give the irrelevant details there. Then start quoting the issues. Now here it is important that you follow a sequence. You should follow a sequence while writing about the issues. It is possible that you have too many points or very few points. Okay, you may have so many points or sometimes very few points related to the topic. When you have a lot of varied points, it is better you choose a few best ones and write a line in each. In case you have very few, already explain them in at least 2 lines each. Is it clear? If you have so many, then 1 line at least about each, and if you have few, then 2 lines about each. Make sure you are clear with your thoughts. Only then you will be able to put them into words unambiguously, means clearly. Only then you will be putting them into words very clearly. You should be clear in your thoughts. Third is solution. For every problem there is a solution. This paragraph needs to be short and crisp, whereby you are supposed to give a rational and practical solution for all the above problems. In case you are not able to figure one out, in case you are not finding a suitable solution, keep in mind a few general ones. Then you can provide the general solutions. It could involve spreading awareness. It may be about campaigns or stringent laws and their strict implementation, education, etc. So these general solutions may be provided related to the topic. If you are not figuring out the very appropriate one solution, in that case general solution will help you. Using a quote never hurts. It can be general ones like on working together, every situation can be faced and solved if there is unity. So here are a few handy ones. So you may also write some quotations there. They never hurt. You should learn certain quotations like where there is unity, there is always victory. Unity is strength. United we stand. Divided we fall. And many more. But you know, in these days of this pandemic coronavirus, this quotation has totally reversed. Here it should be united we fall and divided we stand. You know, this is the tragedy of time. Anyways, fourth part is conclusion. This part involves clarification of your statement and stance along with thanking the audience for being such patient listeners. So here you have to clarify your statement and you have to thank the audience. This paragraph needs to be short and precise. Here also you could add some glitters to your art piece with some quotes like the word impossible itself says I am possible. In this way you can end your debate. Now about the marking scheme, it is important to understand how the marks have been bifurcated and what are the things you have to keep in your mind while writing the debate. Marking scheme for debate writing in class 12th. It is about the format. First format, opening, address and conclusion. These two things mean the beginning and the ending. They will carry 1 mark. I was telling you that oftenly students they don't conclude and that causes the deduction of marks for them. So be careful. You write about the opening and then you have also to conclude the topic and it will carry you 1 mark. Then the content main body of the debate will carry you 5 marks. And the expression carries 4 marks. Expression again has been bifurcated, like grammatical accuracy, appropriate words and spelling, they would carry 2 marks, and coherence and relevance of ideas and style will carry you 2 marks. So in this way 1 plus 5 plus 4 according to the latest marking scheme provided by CBSE is this 1 plus 4, 1 plus 5 plus 4 equal to 10 marks. Things to remember, what are the do's and what are the don'ts? Let's discuss them. Before you begin writing, write down all the points, 1 or 2 words per point at the back of your answer sheet. A rough sheet, so that you do not forget relevant points while writing. Okay, so you can do the rough work, dear students, before preparing or writing the final draft. You should write down certain points, 1 or 2 words for each point at the back of your answer sheet. It may be used as rough sheet, so that you do not forget while writing the final draft. The relevant points you could not forget in this way. This also helps you in maintaining a sequence. Yes, it will also help you to maintain a sequence, which is very important. Okay, and make sure you double check for grammatical accuracy and spellings. They carry marks. As I have already discussed the marking scheme, 2 marks for grammatical accuracy and spellings. You may lose them, so be very much sure. Double check grammatical accuracy. Then leave adequate number of lines between paragraphs to make it look clean. There is no need to leave so many lines, number of lines. Okay, leave adequate number of lines only. Okay, you can leave a short gap between the paragraphs so that it could look clean. Underlining the main points is very important, but it is advised to do it after finishing your exam. Use a pencil and scale for underlining. Okay, don't waste time in the beginning. Otherwise you won't be able to attempt all the questions. Once you have attempted all the questions, then you can do this work of underlining and checking the grammatical accuracies and spellings. Always have a few general quotes in handy. You should have general quotations in your mind. They help in presentation and shows that you are prepared. Keep collecting information about all the major environmental, political, social issues that have taken place during the entire year. And this year, this is the coronavirus, and you may be asked to write a debate on this topic. So you should be aware of all the major issues that are taking place around you throughout the year. Things to remember: don'ts. What are the don'ts? Never mention any of your personal details, that is name, school name or address. Yes, you have never to mention your name and the name of your school, as well as your address and the address of your school in the answer sheet. Never write in one go. Make sure you follow the right format and make paragraphs. That means you should follow some rough work first, then only final draft is to be written. Don't use slangs or short forms. Don't write wrong facts. Try not to exceed the prescribed word limit of 150 to 200 words. Never to exceed the word limit. In this way, you will lose time, and it will be difficult for you to attempt all the questions, as well as exceeding the given word limit will cause you reduction of marks. Do not invest too much time in just this question. Okay. Classwork, let's do it. Online smart classes are the future of education style. Write a debate either for or against the motion in 150 to 200 words. So how would you write the debate in the favor and against the motion? I have the material. You can also add to that. In this way, this will be done. Let's do for the motion. Online classes. So how would you make the beginning? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My topic for the day is online classes are the future of education style, and I choose to speak in its favor. This will be the opening. Okay. And then starts your main body, the problem, the solution, and the conclusion. If you are so old-minded and think that computers will distracting children from studies, with a sincere sorry for you. Let me tell you that the young generation has gone a long way with computers. Thus, I am here to talk about the endless possibilities of computer and internet-based teaching methods. When most parents think of learning from computers, socializing websites like Facebook appear before their eyes. Yes, it happens. It is the biggest cyber tragedy. There are definitely a large number of sites beyond just Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, like Khan Academy, Byju's, teaching app. The list of online teaching platforms is endless and ever growing. There are millions of students and teachers who use these websites and apps for their exam preparation. They are mostly free, and it is what makes one turn away from traditional paper guides. With a smartphone in every hand, city and village alike, these online libraries are within everyone's reach. Google has already replaced the word guru to become the greatest knowledge provider. With 700 million population and 600 billion trees, it is the need of the century to go paperless. In this context, you can find no better solution than e-learning. So at the end, it will be the conclusion. Rather than living the life of a consumer, let's be contributors. Instead of buying paper books, let's buy e-books. Instead of collecting 1,000 books in our shelves, let's convert our phones or computers into virtual libraries and learn from them. Okay, so in this way, beginning, problem, solution, and the conclusion, and at the last it is thank you. It was for the motion. Now let's discuss about against the motion. Honorable judges and worthy listeners, it may also be the beginning. You may write any beginning according to your preferences. My topic for the day is online classes are the future of education style, and I choose to speak against the motion. Online learning or e-learning refers to learning conducted via electronic media, typically on the internet. There is no face-to-face interaction between the teacher and the student. Yes, it decreases the scope for adjusting and modifying the language or the concept according to various audiences. Moreover, humans are known to be social animals and are thus more interested in direct tuition than virtual tuition. There is lack of proper guidance and self-assessment mechanisms. Not only this, it would also reduce employment among teachers. So this was the problem. Now some of the solutions. Since it involves only brain work and not physical work, they tend to get lethargic, resulting in altered physiology. Also, it leads to lack of discipline. Attending a school makes one have a time schedule in a day. This helps them learn some good habits like bathing, breakfast, going to bed at the right time, etc. Physical school helps children adopt a discipline. So it should not be followed, he wants to say. At the last, it will be the conclusion. Not to forget the excellent interaction involved in physical learning. People tend to make friends who support them and mentors who guide them. Thus, no matter how fast technological developments are taking place, the traditional way of learning should not be displaced. Thank you. So this was the debate against the motion. Okay, your views against the motion. This was second part of the debate. Now, I hope you might have learned how you have to attempt this question in the question paper. Still, if you are having queries, you may make a call to me. Now, note down the homework. As per the CBSE guidelines, recent directions, debate means the topics from the writing section will be based on the contemporary issues, and the contemporary issue these days is the spread of coronavirus. So note down the homework. It is write a debate in favor and against the topic complete lockdown is good for our nation in 150 to 200 words, and you have to write both the sides. Okay, I have written debate in favor and against. In the same way, write a debate in favor and against the topic complete lockdown in India has improved the environmental health. Okay, and third is a general topic, and it is also important these days. Write a debate in favor and against the topic social media and its effects. Okay, so in this way there will be the 6 thoughts. Okay, topics are 3 and favor and against total 6 thoughts, and 1 we have already discussed. There will be 8. You have to note them down in your notebooks and show your homework to me when it is done through the PDF files. Thank you. Be safe. Stay healthy. Stay indoors. It was your teacher Narendra Kumar Pizat English, Kendriya Vidyalaya Guwahati. Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you very much.